Hey, this is Brittany and Megan with Brighter Days Farm and Garden.
Today we're going to show you how to start your seeds.
Okay, so the first thing that we want to show you guys is the trays that we use to start our seeds. So these we get off of Amazon. I will put in the bottom here the tag where you can get these, the links to it. All right, so we have a 40 cell tray that has holes in it, and it comes with a tray that you will put those cells in. It looks like this.
So you put water in this, and then when you have your soil and your seeds in, you just put it in there, and when you go to water it, you can fill up the tray on the bottom.
And that is the way that plants want to be watered, is from the bottom. So that's why these trays are a really good idea, is that they're able to, from the very beginning, they're able to soak up that water from their roots. That's how plants naturally receive their water. This tray will also come with this little greenhouse dome. This is really good, especially for spring seed starting. Now we're starting our seeds in the fall, so we don't have to necessarily have this on here because the temperatures are already still warm outside. And you also don't need to have a greenhouse or any type of special equipment like a mat or lights. You can just simply put these trays outside in a safe area where they'll get plenty of sunlight and they'll do just fine. All right, so Megan is going to go ahead and fill up our trays. And this setup that we have here is just a basic bin that you can just get at the store. We put a couple of bags of potting soil in it. She's pressing down the soil really good so that we make sure that there's enough soil in each of the cells. And again, this is just potting soil. You can get seed starting soil if you want, but you get more bang for your buck if you get potting soil, and it still has the same nutrients and fertilizer in it as your seed starting soil.
Okay, so now we are going to put the seeds in the soil. So when you get these kits on Amazon with the trays and everything, they come with these handy dandy sticks that have measurements on them on both sides, because usually seed packets will tell you the depth in which the seed needs to be planted. So Brittany is doing the sugar snap peas right now. How deep do they need to be?
1 inch.
They needed to be 1 inch. So these are pretty deep. Most like lettuces and stuff like that are pretty shallow. So as you can see, she's making little holes into all the cells. She's putting the seeds in. We like to put 2 in each cell, just so that it gives it a better grow rate.
You always do like the time lapse too. Last thing, when you get your seeds planted in your cells, make sure you label what you have planted, because you may think you're going to remember, but a lot of times you have so many seeds going and so many things going on in your life, you'll forget what you have planted. Trust me, I've done it before. You don't have to make it complicated. You can get popsicle sticks at your local dollar store, and if you're planting a whole tray full of the same seed, all you need to do is put 1 stick in for it. I also suggest, like I did on this one here, putting the date of when you started it. 7/25 is when I started this kale. We started these seeds just a couple of weeks ago, actually not even 2 weeks ago, and they're already popping up and looking strong and healthy. And so we'll be putting these in the ground not too long from now. Alright, so for a recap, what you need to start seeds, you need some sort of container. We use trays. You can use cups if you want to start off with. Like Megan has here behind her, we have solo cups that we pot up our seedlings into. But if you don't want to buy trays, you can just use regular solo cups. You also can buy these little trays or not trays, but little cells that come in like 4-packs or 6-packs. You can get these off of Amazon or at your local garden supply store.
These are from flowers that I had planted somewhere else, and I just made sure to save them because they're really good to use for like things that we don't want a lot of, like the bitty hoochie we have over here. We did those, so they're really good for that.
So really, you can use any type of container, cups, saved pots. I've seen some people use egg cartons. We get these from the grocery store that you would actually bake like ham in, and they're cheaper sometimes to do it that way. So some sort of container that's going to have a drainage hole, so you need some sort of hole in it so that you can get the water that's going to be underneath it. So once you have that, put your soil in there. Potting soil works just as good as seed starting soil. Fill them up. Pay attention to the back of those seed packets of how deep your seeds need to go. Put those seeds in and make sure that they stay watered and they have sunshine, and you're good to go. Nothing fancy needed. Now we'll have a video in the spring showing some things to do to get your seeds started when it's still cold outside. That's whenever you might need a couple of little things that you can invest in that you can continue to have later on in your gardening journey. But hopefully this was helpful. If this video was helpful, please consider subscribing and liking our video. Thanks for watching.